All right, let's get this show started!
Max Holloway believes fighters may already have the answer to securing better pay from the UFC, but it requires unity. Fighter compensation has long been a point of debate in the UFC, with many athletes expressing frustration over earnings compared to other combat sports, particularly boxing. During a recent interview with Demetrius Johnson, Holloway suggested that real change would only come if fighters stood together when negotiating purses. He argued that undercutting one another weakens their collective leverage. As an example, Holloway referenced the situation involving Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou, when Jones reportedly sought $10 million for a potential fight. Derek Lewis then offered to step in for a significantly lower payday, around $1 million, a move Holloway implied undermines efforts to push for higher compensation. According to Holloway, fighters need to support one another's pay demands rather than underbid each other if they want to see meaningful increases moving forward.
This Paramount deal, and hopefully fighters can start getting together, being smart. And one time it's always gonna stick out to my mind was when I love Derek Lewis, man, he's a man, but when Jon Jones said, oh, I'll fight Francis, I think so, he's like, give me $10 million or whatever it was, and UFC said, hell no, we're not paying you that, right? Derek Lewis, I believe, was ranked at the time, and he said, what? Jon will do this for 10, give me a meal, I'll fight Francis now. It's like, man, we cannot be doing that, brother. You need to be like, yeah, Jon, you know, you need to almost stand in Jon's corner, be like, yeah, Jon, you deserve 10, go get that 10. Because guess what, if you fighting for 10, then it looks like your base pay probably comes up too, you know what I mean? This guy's making it. So I hope that that these new fighters coming in, just know your worth, man. The main thing I would say, know your worth, know what it is. It's gonna suck, you know what I mean? We was on some
3-3. 3-3.
Yeah, bro, and we was in some heated conversations when we was getting back into that talk. So at the end of the day, hold your ground, bro. UFC know what your worth is. And
quick heads up, guys, if you're enjoying the content, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the hype button to help us reach more viewers. Now back to the news. TKO Group Holdings president Mark Shapiro has addressed fighter pay concerns after promises were made that fighters would benefit from the UFC's $7.7 billion deal with Paramount. UFC CEO Dana White vowed that fighter pay would go up, and he also announced plans to increase the post-fight performance bonuses, which changed in January from $50,000 to $100,000, along with a new $25,000 finish bonus being introduced. But some fighters have still complained that they've seen no difference in pay. Now, Shapiro has responded, saying he definitely expects an increase in fighter pay. Speaking at the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media, and Telecom Conference, Shapiro said, as it relates to fighter pay or superstar pay on the WWE side, our margins last year on adjusted EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, and amortization, at 33.5%. We've announced that the midpoint of our guidance we're going to be roughly 39.6%, so 40%, and that margin is inclusive of increase in fighter and superstar pay, and we take that very seriously. Shapiro then pointed to the change in the bonus structure as an example of pay increases, although those are handed out arbitrarily at each event and not guaranteed. But that's not the only changes expected for fighter pay moving forward into the future. He continued, right out of the gate after our CBS/Paramount deal, Dana White doubled the performance bonuses for fighters. We're talking 8 figures. One by one, we'll be looking at this. We are focused on really all the ingredients that make our events as great as they are. That starts with fighters and superstars, but whatever increases we have, and we will have increases, they are inclusive of the margin guidance we have targeted. Dricus du Plessis believes he would have 100% finished Khamzat Chimaev if their fight had gone any longer. Appearing on Tuesday's episode of the Ariel Helwani Show, DDP claimed he felt Chimaev quitting in the final round and said he was certain a stoppage was coming. According to DDP, he was moments away from either a submission or a knockout before the 10-second clapper signaled the end of the fight.
But when I went out for that last round, I was 100% certain that I'm either going to stop this guy or I'm going to knock him out.
Wow.
And when I got that takedown, I got on top, got in the choke, started landing. You know, I was starting to, but just too little, too late. And I could feel he didn't want to be there anymore. I could feel it.
Really? But based on what?
100%. Just on the way he looked, just on the way he felt. I could feel when I got on top of him. I could feel he went, oh.
Wow.
And but he was on top for the whole fight, basically. But I know I can make that man quit.
So you never lost faith. He didn't break your will. You always believed till the dying seconds.
There's not a man alive that can break my will.
Okay.
Du Plessis also weighed in on Chimaev's potential next matchup, arguing that Sean Strickland would present a tougher challenge than Nasruddin Imavov. He explained that Strickland's strength and technical ability to scramble back to his feet are often underestimated, factors he believes could make a significant difference against Chimaev.
You think Strickland has a better chance against Khamzat than Imavov?
100%.
Really? Interesting. How come?
Yeah. I mean, did you see what Strickland did to Imavov?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, and that's striking, of course, the other thing, Strickland's ability to get back from, when you take him down, to get back to his feet, he does a very good job at that. He always, when I fought him the first and second time, he's really good at that. Strickland is stronger than people think, I think, on a physical level, and his technique to get back to his feet is very good.
Sean Brady and Joaquin Buckley are set to headline UFC Fight Night 274 on April 25th, but their rivalry nearly boiled over well before fight night. On the latest episode of the Brady Bag Show, Brady recounted a tense street encounter with Buckley, disputing Buckley's claim that he had backed him into a corner for a private conversation. Brady dismissed that version of events, calling it BS and offering his own take on the heated exchange.
So we're in Vegas, we're at the Apex. That's where I was doing all my I was doing all my testing. I'm in the front waiting for an Uber. Some loud ass motherfucker is coming out. It's Buckley.
Yeah.
He looks over, he's like, oh, and then he starts getting.
He say Sean Brady?
He says some Sean Brady, something along those lines. And prior to this though, he said something about me with my staph infection and me about like washing my ass. He started getting, he was like, man, it started talking about my eye. Like, he was like, why you block me on Instagram? We're like about like here, and like he's just like, he's loud as shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just not that. So
We
I'm
be
like,
loud sometimes,
So we're talking
bro.
about, bro. I was like, I'm looking dead at him. I'm like, I don't like all that talk shit. I was like, I don't like all that Instagram shit. He's like, oh, that's how we got to sell fights. So we talked for like 5 minutes. Like, I'm like, I don't think it's funny. He's like trying to like talk about selling fights and this shit. I'm like, all right, brother, like that's not how I go about doing shit. Whatever. That's why I blocked your loud ass, because I don't like it. So we're talking bull. My Uber comes. We bounce. I see an interview. This motherfucker says that he was trying to talk to me, and I just like stood in the corner and didn't say it, which is,
Like this.
brother, I know the people at the PI.
Yeah.
I could probably get them to give us the footage. We were like, he was here, and like we were talking, and like I got like a little, like I got closer, and we're talking just like this. My Uber came, me and Jonathan, we left.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure he even like tried to shake my hand. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, bro, like, but that's what I like. I don't do all this shit. Like I'm not trying to sell a fight, brother. We're fighting at the Apex. like we don't like. It's not
necessary. You feel?
It's not necessary.
Carlos Prates appears to have changed his stance regarding a rumored fight with Conor McGregor. Recent rumors suggested that a McGregor versus Prates bout was being targeted for McGregor's long-awaited return. Prates initially dismissed the reports, insisting they were nothing more than speculation. However, in an interview with Brazilian journalist Larete Viana, Prates offered a different perspective. He claimed the fight was indeed presented to McGregor, but alleged that the former two-division champion chickened out and declined the matchup. According to Prates, McGregor turned it down because he knew he would lose.
Cara, pra mim não chegou nada do UFC, tá ligado? Acredito que eles tenham me oferecido sim pro McGregor.
Eu passei até a informação que eu falei com uma pessoa bem informada que trabalha com você, que me disse isso também, que eles chegaram a escutar que ofereceram o seu nome ao McGregor, mas que oficialmente o UFC não ofereceu nada pra vocês. Então é isso também, né? Você ficou sabendo que pelo menos pro lado de lá seu nome rolou, né?
Sim, aí ele deu uma peidada, correu.
Dá pra dizer que o Conor correu por quê, Carlão? Por que você acha que ele correu?
Ah, porque eu sou embaçado, né, mano? Pô, o cara 5 anos parado aí e tal. Não é dessa categoria, embora as últimas lutas dele tenha feito no 7-7, mas não é um cara naturalmente de 7-7. Pô, eu venho aí no hype, nocauteando todo mundo. Então, eu acredito que se eu tivesse no lugar dele, eu também não aceitaria nem fodendo, mano. Acho que ele quer pegar, sei lá, mano. Ele deve pegar aí um ex-campeão, sabe? Alguma parada assim.
UFC veteran Alexey Oleinik received a paltry payout for his involvement in a UFC video game, but his estranged former spouse seems to have already snagged it from him. The 48-year-old recently mentioned this on an Instagram stream he was doing regarding the UFC paying him $250 last year for being in the EA UFC 5 video game. UFC fighters are compensated at an annual rate for the use of their likeness within the game, with Oleinik's last UFC fight being in October 2022 on a run beginning in the summer of 2014. During the livestream, Oleinik said, "The UFC signed a contract with me to use my name about 8 years ago and they're sending me money every year. In 2025, they sent $250 and my ex-wife took it pretty fast. She transferred it to her own bank account. We had a mutual bank account and I used it for receiving payments from the UFC." Georgio Poullas has withdrawn from his grappling match with Arman Tsarukyan scheduled for next week at Hype FC in Brazil. According to RAF co-founder Chad Bronstein, they are now working on arranging the matchup under the RAF banner instead. Poullas had previously accepted the Hype FC offer. Hype FC CEO Armand Martirosyan says Poullas initially asked for $500,000, but the sides agreed to lower purse. Now, RAF co-founders Chad Bronstein and Izzy Martinez gave their points of view on the decision for Poullas to withdraw, and why they believe the rematch needs to happen in RAF instead. RAF 06 created one of the biggest moments in combat sports this year. Now everyone wants the rematch, but some things belong on the stage where they started, and that stage is RAF, Bronstein said in a statement. Izzy Martinez added, "After the intensity we saw the first time, a rematch between Arman and Georgio was inevitable. There's unfinished business there, and there's no better place to settle it than on a real American freestyle mat." Georgio Poullas has addressed his controversial matchup with Arman Tsarukyan at RAF 6. Speaking on Tuesday's episode of the Ariel Helwani show, Poullas pushed back on claims that he slapped Tsarukyan first. According to the former Division I wrestler, he was simply clubbing, a legal technique in wrestling. Poullas also alleged that the referee awarded Arman points because he was crying like a little bitch.
That clip, I did poke him in the eye, but like I said, that wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to do that. I'm clubbing him hard, I'm wrestling, I'm hand fighting. If you watch me wrestle in these matches, you go back watch the Muggsy match, I'm clubbing hard, that's how I do. It's legal in the sport. The only reason the ref was giving him points is because he was crying like a little bitch. I mean, let's be honest. He's throwing his hands up, this and that. I mean, dude, this is wrestling. What are you doing? You're supposed to be a tough UFC fighter. Wrestle me, bro. Like, and he's just crying to the ref. I mean, that ref got to be married to an Armenian the way he was calling the match or something, because he gave him that match. If you watch that match, I won that match. I lost off of penalty points that were BS. The ref wasn't calling penalty points for me. He full out open-handed slapped me, and I didn't get a point for that. Multiple times he did it, and the ref never gave me a point once, and he gave him a point for every time. And I was clubbing, which is legal. If you know wrestling, it's legal. If you don't know wrestling, then you may think I'm wrestling dirty, but watch my matches. I'm a physical wrestler, and if you can't handle it, get off the mat, dude. Don't cry.
Poullas added that he would be open to facing Arman again, even under MMA rules.
Arman thinks I won't fight him. I will fight him anywhere, anytime. Let's make it make sense. Let's get an organization to cover it, and I'll fight him. Maybe we have to call it sparring because of his contract with the UFC, but I'm down to do that.
During the interview, Georgio also stood by his previous claim that he has never been taken down while filming content for his social media. However, that statement has since been questioned. Pat Downey, an NCAA Division I wrestler, posted a clip appearing to show Poullas being taken down in a gym setting. What do you guys make of the clips and Poullas' comments? Share your thoughts in the comments below. It appears we may have clarity on who Islam Makhachev will face next. Recently, Makhachev's manager, Ali Abdelaziz, dismissed reports linking the UFC welterweight champion to a fight with Ian Machado Gary, hinting instead that a bigger matchup was in the works. Now, a new name has emerged. Jackie Enriquez of UFC Espanol reports Michael Morales is expected to challenge Makhachev next. The title fight is reportedly being targeted for July 11th in Las Vegas.
Les tengo una novedad ahorita que me topan el tema de UFC rápido. Michael Morales, 11 de julio aquí en Las Vegas por el título.
Muy bien.
Así de rápido.
Así.
No que yo no puedo decir, va a pelear en la Casa Blanca, no va a pelear en la Casa Blanca, por favor.
Va a pelear por el título.
El 11 de julio,
Mira.
aquí en Vegas.
Muy bien.
Morales further fueled the speculation by reacting to the report with a wink and contract emoji on social media, a subtle hint that the bout may already be agreed upon. What do you guys think of this matchup? Who do you think will win? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by Aliyah Sure28. Number 2 meme was posted by Hailtone Lopez. And number 1 meme was posted by Fight Sport Focus. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for your daily dose of MMA. Catch you tomorrow.